friends, last session we had discussed about they given contribution to create a Indian constitution and that one about and why we need the constitution and the definition of the constitutions. So these are the matters we had discussed in last session, last video. So in this session, in this class, we are discussing next topic, the preamble of Indian constitution and the features of Indian constitution. We already discussed the one of the important and biggest constitutions of the world, that is Indian constitution. So in that base we want to discuss what was the features we can find out in Indian constitution, or what was the main points about the written by Indian constitution. So these are the matters we are discussing. So before that we want to know the preamble of Indian constitution. Preamble means introductions. So why we given more importance about the preamble of Indian constitution? Because of what we are discussing inside of constitution, or what we are studying the inside of the constitution, that book inside, what was the rules are there, regulations, guidelines, what are the matters we are studying that inside the books. We can see that is key points we can see in only front page, that one we are called as a preamble. Fundamental rights, fundamental duties, directive principles of state policy, government policy. So what are the matters? Equality. So these are the matters. What are the matters we are studying in the inside of the constitution? We can see that one main points, or we can summarize as the main points in preamble. So we can see in that based we can see this one preamble. So they are saying this only preamble, the part of objective resolution. So this one is written by Jawaharlal Nehru on December 13, 1946 and approved by January 22, 1947. This one preamble, who is given contribution? The first Prime Minister of India, Jawaharlal Nehru. He only given the contribution. So on this based we adopted our Constitution Assembly, they adopted by the preamble of Constitution. So in that we can see different types of features of Indian Constitution. What is the main aim or objectives of Indian government? What was the dream of Indian Constitution? So these are the matters we can see in preamble. So on this based, this much of knowledge or this much of key points we are getting in preamble. So some of them they given some titles about the preamble. For example, here they given some members they called as a preamble. Here they given described as a jewel of constitution. And K. Munshi, they given title for Indian constitution, that one particular preamble they given name as a, here they given political horoscope. So these like they are given title for Indian constitution preamble. So now we want to discuss what was the matters we are discussing in preamble, or what is the features or what is the main points we can see in preamble. So when we can start the read that one particular preamble, first letter they given or first sentence they given name as a we the Indian citizen. So when we want to start read the constitution, first of all we are studying or first we are saying we are the citizen of India. So that like they started means here there is no caste, there is no religion, there is no gender discrimination. We all are one. We all are citizens of India, not any particular caste or particular group or particular gender or particular religion or particular race. So our constitution beginning in the beginning line they are saying that we all are citizen of India. And next one point we can find out in preamble, second one they are given sovereign. Our country is a sovereign country. Should not ask anyone about India's any matters. Should not interfere any other country outside of the country, interfere any matters of India's. That one internal or external. Because of we have our own foreign policy, we have non-alignment movement, we implemented non-alignment movement. So we implemented 5 years plan. So in that based we have to know how to development our country. How to develop our country. We already we are knowing. Because of we have so much of resource, human resource. So here they are saying India is a sovereign country. Should not come any other country with the problems, any problems of India's. That is internal are external. We only can solve the problems. So this also we are seeing in preamble of constitution. Next one here they given socialist. Our government, our country is a socialist country. This one socialist word we adopted the amendment of 42nd. Amendment means we did some changes in constitution, that is 42nd changes. In that 42nd changes amendment we adopted one of the new word, that is socialist, means India is a socialist country. We are not maintaining any classes, or we are not giving only facility for only high class peoples. No, our socialist country, all are equal. We are giving more importance about social welfare. So this was one of the point we are discussing in preamble of constitution. Next one here they are saying secular. This one secular word also we are adopted in the amendment of 42nd. So on that based we are saying in that 42nd amendment based we are adopted secular, that one word. So this also secular also showing that only what was the matters or what was the meaning of secular. So they are saying because of we already knowing in India we can say different types of religion, different types of caste. So here they given what was the main aim of secular, that means because of based on the 42nd amendment to onwards, means on the 10 words our government, our Indian government not supporting any religion. Our government they are not moving based on the religion. All the religion are equal. Should not announce any religion as a state religion. But other countries we can find out. Some of the country which religion they have more peoples, that religion become as a state religion. But India we adopted secular. So on this based should not say this only religion as a state religion, because of we adopted secular. Secular means should not give any religion for importance. All the religion are equal in Indian society. So this also we adopted. And next one here they given democratic republic. And in preamble we adopted another point, that is democratic republic. India is a democratic country. Who are the representatives need? We only can choose the peoples. We can choose the people by the vote. So this power also they are given to citizen of India. And second one here they say republic. India is a republic country. We adopted we have selected one of the head for that particular country, and we given responsibility for that particular person. We are saying that only president. We are given most important power to president in Indian government. He also ruling till 5 years. And we given supremacy power, sovereign power to particular post, that is president post. So this matter also we are discussing in preamble of constitution. First one I already told. First one beginning we are discussing when we start the preamble or when we start to read the constitution. First sentence we are saying we are the citizen of India. So that only showing that one we all are equal. That one matter only we can discuss in inside of constitution. Next one we are discussed socialist, sovereign, secular and democratic and republic. So these are the matters about only we created by our rules and regulations in our Indian constitution. So this is a preamble of our Indian constitution. So next we want to discuss next point now. What was the features we can see in Indian constitution? What was the structures of Indian constitution? So this only we are now discussing. First one here they are saying features of Indian constitution. First one, written and lengthy constitution. Our constitution is based on written constitution. Some of the constitutions we can see that is not a written form, but Indian constitution is written constitution. We written in book. And second one here they are saying our constitution is lengthy constitution. One of the biggest constitution in the world. We can see here 395 articles we can see and 22 chapters, but after that we did some of the amendments. So on this base now present we can see 25 chapters in that constitution and 12 schedules. We can see 12 parts, and next one is saying 465 articles. Total in our constitution we can see 25 chapters, 12 schedules means part, last one 465 articles. So this one is showing that our constitution is one of the biggest constitution in the world. Written form, second one lengthy constitution. And second one point here is saying features of Indian constitution is second point. Here they are saying partially flexible and partially rigid constitution. So sometimes if we want change in our constitution, because of we can see time to time peoples also they are changing their lifestyle. They should not maintain as the same lifestyle. We can see, for example, ancient time onwards how the peoples they are living, still we can see that like only no. We change so many of different methods we adapted in our lifestyle. Same that like only in our constitution also. Time to time we want to change the constitution. So when we want to change or when we want to amendment the constitutions, sometimes is the flexible method, sometimes we can see rigid method. So what is flexible and what is rigid? For example, any rules and regulations, or if you want to implement any rules or any changes if you want to do as the normal rules and regulations, is the one of the easy method, that is flexible method. Means only who are there in assembly, in parliament, in that parliament 1/2 that much of members they given support means also enough, we can implement the rules and regulations. But sometimes in our constitution, if you want to introduce new state, or if you want any other some of the states about the problems or financial problems, if these like of discussions, or if you want to change any amendment or any changes based on in constitution, is another method, that is rigid method. Rigid means that is not easy. In assembly, in 2/3 members they want to give the support, and 50% of states also they want to give the votes about the favor of rules. If they given means only we can change the constitution, otherwise not. So we can follow to change the constitution as a two method. One is flexible, second one rigid. Both also we can find out in Indian constitution. And third one here they given parliamentary form of government. So in India, in Indian constitution or Indian government, we can see parliament type of government. So we can see state level in state government, central level in central government, and we can see in that we are implemented by legislature body. So in that legislature body we can see two houses. In state level we are given separate houses, same in central level. So in that based we can see in our constitution our government is a parliament type of government. This also we are studying in our Indian constitution. And next one here they given republican system. India is a republic country. Why we are calling as India is a republic country? Because of we are the given we are electing indirectly one of the important person, that is we are calling as the post of president, and we are given that person for again most important post, and we are called as a head of the constitution and head of the country. We have chosen one of the new post, or we have created one of the new post. We are given for that particular person head of the constitution and head of the government. So on this based we can see our government is republican system, that based of government we can see. And next one here they say federal system. In that federal system I already told, we can see there are two types of government we can find out in Indian constitution. Central level in central government, state level state government. And we divided powers also. We are not given same power for two houses or two states or two parts. One is central government, second one is state government. We are not given equal rights or equal powers, because of we are given more power to central, we are given some less power to state government. Why we given this? Like because of a government they want to effectively involve in development programs. So on this based we divided powers as central government was some powers and state government was some powers. So how many powers have by central government? We can here they given total 100, and state government here they given 61, and both also equally they manage about the powers here they given 52. For example, we can see post office, railway department. These are the matters they came under by central government. We can see postal department. We can see police department or revenue department. So these are the matters they came under state government. So here they given in federal system we divided two government, one is state government, second one is central government. We divided powers also. And next one here they given fundamental rights. Each person also in India, they have to live in particular society. And we have some of the rights that only are they saying by fundamental rights. We are given Indian Constitution, they given some of the rights to peoples. Because ours democratic country. Who is their most powerful in Indian political administrative system? In peoples as citizens of a country. So on this based we given 6 fundamental rights to Indian peoples. So this is also one of the important features you can see in this constitution. What was the rights we can see discussed in next session. Okay, next one here they given fundamental duties. Government they providing some of the rights to us, means Indian citizen, a citizen of India. So we want to do some of the responsibility we have to development of our society, our Indian government. So that only we are discussing in fundamental duties. So here they are saying totally how many fundamental duties we can see. Here they are saying totally 11 fundamental duties we can see in our constitution. And here they say last fundamental duties we adopted as that is last one, 6 to 14 years children they want to get education. Parents they want to provide compulsory education to 6 to 14 years children. So this is the last fundamental duties of in our Indian Constitution. What was the 11 fundamental duties? That also we can discuss in next session. Now briefly we want to know our Indian Constitution they given duties to Indian citizen of India. Totally 11 duties. How we are taking in family some of the responsibility, same that like only governments they providing some of the facility to us. So we have some of the duties, we have some of the responsibility in that we want to practice or we want to give responsibility. Or here they saying that only citizen they have the primary duty, that one fundamental duties. This is only showing our culture or our nature. So here they are saying that only our government or our constitution implemented by fundamental duties. And next one here they are saying, next one points here they are saying that only next one directive principles of state policy. If we want to develop our society or our government or peoples of India, we need some of the rules and regulations or some of the principles. On this based only we can develop, otherwise could not. So on this based in Indian Constitution, they adopted by implemented one of the new policy directive principles of state policy. On this based our state government as well as central government they implemented by various programs to development of Indian society. So what was the matters we can see in directive principles of state policy? That one we are discussing once again in next session. Okay, fundamental rights, fundamental duties and directive principles of state policy. This one we are once again we are discussing in next video. Okay, now next one here they given independent and centralized judiciary system. We implemented by judiciary system. We can see there are 3 types of department in our government. One is legislative, second one is executive, third one is judiciary. Okay, in that third one judiciary part we are created as a independent, and second one here they say by centralized judiciary system. In judiciary system should not interfere any other person if any judgment or any matters. So that's why we implemented independent judiciary system. So because of in India all are equal, is the rich or poor, or is higher class or a lower class, are based on religion, are based on caste. In about of the judiciary system all are equal, is president or common people. both also equal. So on this based we want to give equal judgment to Indian citizen or citizens of India. So on this based we implemented by independent and centralized, should not interfere any other. So that like of judicial system we adopted in our Indian constitution. So next one here they say, here next one there is single citizenship. So in our constitution, in our Indian constitution, they provided only one citizenship to Indian peoples. So how they were getting that one citizenship? By birth. So if you are birth in Indian place, if any place of India, so we can get, generally we are getting the citizenship of India. But in other states or in other government, sorry, in other countries, we can see there are some countries they have adopted two citizenship. For example, in America. But India, when we are discussing in India, we can see only single citizenship. We not have any 2 or 3 or more citizenship. Only one citizenship. And next one is they given adult franchise. So what is adult franchise? So means here they given, if any one person, if that particular person age become over as 18 years, they have one of the main power, supremacy power, that is sovereign power, that is voting. There is no any caste, any race, any gender. If you become age of 18, they have the power to vote, to select a candidate, to select a responsibility. There is no based on caste discrimination, or they based on the race, based on the gender. No, we should not see this like, if that particular person is a citizen of India, if you become age of 18, they have the power to put a vote. So this is also one of the important feature. And next one here they say bicameral legislatures. So already we told our government is a parliamentary types of system we adopted in our Indian government. So on this based we can see bicameral legislature system. So based on bicameral legislature system, we can see there are two houses in parliamentary system. One is upper house, second one is lower house. Upper house we are called as a Rajya Sabha, lower house we are called as a Lok Sabha. Same as well as we can see state government also. Based on parliamentary system, there are two houses. Upper house we are calling as a legislative council, lower house we are calling as a legislative assembly. So these like our constitution saying about bicameral legislative system. And last one here they say party system. So our constitution they given one of the important power to peoples, that is party, because of our democratic system. Based on the democratic system, here they say we can implement our own party and we can participate in process of election. If you won the election, we can start the government. So on this based we can see there are different types of parties, national parties, regional parties, or some of the parties they are located only in state level. So some of the parties we can see regional parties, some of the parties we can see as a national level. So national level, for best example, we already know Congress, and another one is BJP. Regional party in Karnataka we can see one of the important party, that is JDS. That is the best example for regional parties. So this like our constitution they provided to establish a parties, political parties. So these are the important points we are discussing in features of Indian constitution. Beginning written constitution, lengthy constitution, written and lengthy constitution to till party system. So these are the important features or important structures we can see in Indian constitution. So next class we can discuss about what was the fundamental duties, fundamental rights and directive principles of the state policy. So these are the matters we can discuss in next session. Okay, thank you.